We're doing an oil change on a 2013 690 KTM. Just warming it up a little bit. This bike is too big for me to ride. I serviced this one. Anyways, it was ridden the other day. Now, having someone, hold the bike level off of its kickstand, you can check the side little window here. This one was, it is at half full, which it should be. So it's kind of dark. It's time for an oil change. First thing we need to do is to take the skid plate off. So there's a bolt on either side, and then there's a couple under here with an Allen wrench. We can get to those. And make sure you loosen the filler cover too. Give it a little air. Just like that. I'm draining it. It's how many quarts? We'll check that in a little bit. Let's see. I pulled this out without gloves on. I got oil all over my hands, so it might be nice to wear gloves when you do this. Okay, next you want to clean this magnet and reinstall the plug, and you tighten it down to 14.8 foot-pounds. Next we're going for this, which has a screen filter in it. Okay, after that's reinstalled, we want to go up here to the first oil filter. Those are 2 star screws in there. Remove those and pull the filter. Make sure you have the pan underneath. Okay, I used an 8mm socket instead to pull these instead of the star bit thing. I'll just take these out. So we got another one on the other side. And then we're going back for that screen. Let's see, pull that off. And I don't have any needle nose right with me. I gotta go find them. Okay, I really carefully got that out. It sits in there on this bushing, but you use some like O-ring pliers that spread in there and pull it out. That's the old one. This is the new one. Part number 58038005100. It goes in like this. Just make sure it's seated in there. There. And reinstall the cover. Okay, moving around to the other side of the bike. We need to take this cover off, and there's a filter in there. Use the 8mm socket. Okay, make sure you clean up this sealing area really well. They say that in the manual. This is the new filter. This is the old filter. And part number 75038046100. And let's see. Oh, both sides kind of look the same, so I'll put it in with the part number facing out. Just make sure it's seated in there good. And reinstall the cover. So, rule of thumb on a lot of vehicles, and even a bike like this, these sort of fasteners, 9 to 10 foot-pounds on tightening, snug. You don't want to break them. So we're back to the last plug, which is next to the first plug, and there's a screen filter in there. I didn't get another screen for this oil change, so I'll just be cleaning this one and reinstalling it. It really doesn't look that bad. It's got some particles on there, but we'll just clean it up. Okay, I just used some brake cleaner to spray this out. Just give it a good blast from the inside and outside, and go ahead and clean this area up a bit. And check, just it reinstalls like this. Or am I wrong? Yeah, just like that. And I'll clean this up. It's not really that bad. Just check the seal on it and install. Alright, we do have the manual. Okay, final torque on this screen filter plug is 11. And that's about right there. Okay, after putting everything together, just think about, make sure you remembered everything, which isn't, there's not a whole lot to forget on these. The oil we're using is the Motorex. That's what's right on the side of the case here. And Motorex of Switzerland. We're using the 1060 Cross Power Fully Synthetic 4T. And it takes about 1.8 quarts, it says in the manual. We'll add the oil and fire it up. One good thing to remember is make sure your funnel is clean. I usually give it a shot of brake fluid cleaner and let it dry out. I'm taking a little break. Here we go. And the mosquitoes are hanging out. We're almost done here. So I put the first quart in, and the second one, I guess I'm going to try to guess. I'll go right to the 8. It's 1.8. If we need more or less, we'll figure that one out. So if you overfilled the oil like I just did, you need to let a little bit more out. I'd go for this plug where the screen is. You can easily take it out a little bit. Let some, and then just put it right back in. The other plug you pretty much have to completely remove. This is easier. I gotta get that right. It's just almost right at the top completely. It needs to be like 3/4 up on the view window. Just make sure you take your used oil somewhere. We got some metal flakes in the bottom of the pan. This is the second oil change, so it's possibly part of that break-in period. Okay, just keep an eye on that. Okay, now reattaching the skid plate. The rubber bumper part goes into the frame, and then it's flat on this edge with two little knobs that go into the plastic, and it's got like an angled surface on that side, then the bolt will go back in. That was driving me nuts. I had them backwards. And just get that installed. Oil change complete. I've started the bike a few times just to make sure the oil light will go out. Then I had to drain a little, and